Victims of cyberbullying, how did you cope and overcome it? And what are some steps everyone can take to stop this from happening? I was just a typical teenager, trying to make sense of who I was and where I fit in. But the internet changed everything for me. It started with some mean comments on Instagram, then escalated to cruel messages on Snapchat, and finally, I was bombarded with unspeakable hate on every social media platform. I was the target of relentless cyberbullying, and no one seemed to care. The words of my tormentors were like razor blades, cutting through my self-esteem until there was nothing left but raw pain. I couldn't escape the barrage of insults and threats, even when I tried to disconnect from the online world. I felt like I had no control over my life anymore, and it was tearing me apart. My grades slipped, I stopped going out with my friends, and I lost interest in everything that used to bring me joy. My anxiety and depression consumed me, and I felt like there was no way out. I was trapped in a dark hole, and the only light I saw was from the glowing screens of my devices. I turned to my school for help, but they just brushed me off, saying that cyberbullying was outside their jurisdiction. My parents tried to be supportive, but they didn't understand the severity of my situation. I felt alone, desperate, and hopeless. That's when I discovered online forums and communities for people like me, who were survivors of cyberbullying. It was like a breath of fresh air, a glimmer of hope in a sea of darkness. I read stories of people who had been through the same thing, and they shared their strategies for coping and healing. It wasn't easy, but I started to fight back. I learned how to block my bullies, how to protect my privacy, and how to report their abusive behavior. I found outlets for my emotions, like writing, drawing, and exercise. I slowly rebuilt my self-confidence, piece by piece, with the help of strangers who became my friends. I'm not saying that everything is perfect now. Cyberbullying still happens, and it still hurts, but I'm no longer a victim. I'm a survivor. I'm a fighter. I know that I'm not alone, and I have a community that supports and encourages me. To anyone who is struggling with cyberbullying, I want you to know that you're not alone either. Don't give up. Don't let them win. Reach out for help, even if it's online. There are people who understand and care. You are stronger than you think, and you deserve to be happy and safe. But I'm not stopping there. I want to be part of the solution, not just the survivor. I'm determined to use my experience to help others who are going through the same thing. I'm working with a team of tech experts to develop a tool that will help people fight back against cyberbullying. We're still in the early stages, but I'm hopeful that this will be a powerful weapon in the fight against online harassment. I'm ready to take on this challenge, and I'm excited to see what the future holds.